you've played well enough to be the starter?
I mean, I've gotten a lot of opportunities to play, and I can improve on everything that I want to improve on. So I think just learning from Hoyer, Cam, Jarrett, anybody I can, and just listening to Josh and his coaching, there's a lot of work to do, but I think I've made progress. But honestly, it's just the only thing that matters is today, and then tomorrow I'll focus on tomorrow. But I think the past is the past, and we're kind of moving on to the new season here.
Have you made a decision on who will start at quarterback in the regular season opener?
Yeah, no, we still have a lot of decisions to make.
What are you hoping to see in the next couple weeks of practice, Bill, before that first game from the quarterback position to help you make that decision whenever the time comes?
Yeah, well, we'll be focused on preparing for Miami, so that's what we'll do.
So annoying, Nick. Now you got me looking at everybody's neck. Belichick has a big neck. Which quarterback, Nick, deserves to be the Patriots' Week 1 starter, Cam Newton or Mac Jones?
Deserves is the key word here, Jenna, because this isn't a projection or a prediction on who will be the Week 1 starter. It's who I think should be, and I'm surprising myself here, but I think it should be Mac Jones. I think that Mac Jones checks the boxes that you want if you're starting this year for the Patriots. One is, ask yourself, in a perfect world, who is finishing the season as the starter for the Patriots? The answer to that is Mac Jones. Second question is, if a player is not the starter, can he still help us? The answer to that is yes for Cam Newton, but really no for Mac Jones. You can still get some real utility out of Cam, the player, even without him being your starting quarterback. But, Coach, lastly and most importantly, which player can I most confidently say, in a sport obviously with a lot of randomness, injury, understand that, is most likely to be available for me all year? Without a shadow of a doubt, that goes in Mac Jones's favor. Not just because of his vaccination status, but that's part of it, but also because Cam hasn't been available for an entire season of football in years because of injury or COVID issue. So for all those reasons, and because I think Mac outplayed Cam at least slightly this preseason, I'd go ahead and make Mac Jones the starter. I'd have a Cam Newton short yardage and goal line package, and I'd go see how Mac Jones looks game 1 against the Dolphins.
When you look at what happened last night and Cam going in for the limited amount of time that he did, and then being pulled out, and Mac Jones playing as much as he did with the twos, it seems, based off of the way that it's always been done, that Cam is obviously the starter, and that's the pattern. I'd say the difference is how much time you have now between the final preseason game and the first regular season game. That kind of throws things a little bit in flux. But based off last night, I would think it's clear that Cam is the starter by how they played him. You make a good point about the fact that Cam can come in as a utility player, as a specialty player, and change the tempo of the game and cause problems for defenses, but it really doesn't work the other way. I'd say, though, unless Mac Jones in the building at practice in those areas that we can't see is significantly better than Cam, you start the season with Cam. You go with the experience, you go with what you know the player can do in real games, and they have a year of experience with Cam in that, based off of last year, and you allow Mac to grow and learn, and if Cam eventually is out, like he has been, like his pattern has been, ideally when you bring Mac Jones in, he's that much more prepared to compete at a high level, because it's very different playing the Dolphins in the opener with so many variables versus the Giants twos in a meaningless preseason game.
Yeah, look, I think Cam is going to be the starter, and I think he should be the starter. Nick, I wouldn't hate it if it's Mac Jones. If I'm a Patriots fan and I see Mac Jones trot out there for game 1, I'm happy, because I look at it like, wow, the greatest coach in the history of the NFL chose Mac Jones because he clearly beat out Cam Newton. Because Belichick's not going to be pressured by how high they drafted Mac Jones or by what the fans are saying or how they're cheering for Mac Jones in the stadium. He's going to pick who he thinks gives them the best chance to win. So I'd love it if I'm a Pats fan, if it's Mac Jones, but I think it will be Cam with a short leash. If he struggles against not only Miami, but the Jets, if he doesn't look good against the Jets, they can't move the ball against that Jets defense, then I could see Mac Jones being thrown in even at that point. But I think what's more realistic is if Cam struggles early, they got New Orleans in week 3. That's going to be a tough one. They've got, obviously, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in week 4. That's going to be a tough one. But after that, they got Houston. And then 6 of their next 7 opponents after the Buccaneers missed the playoffs last year with losing records. So that would be the time to put in Mac Jones. And here's the thing, Nick, you know this. If you start Mac Jones and he struggles early and fans are like, okay, let's get Cam in there. Now you got this controversy. You go to Cam, but Cam looks bad. Do you go back to Mac? I mean, it just becomes crazy. But if Cam starts and he struggles, it's a natural, not only easy, it's a natural, Wilds, to go to Mac Jones. So I think they start Cam with a short leash.
Yep, I think you're right, Broussard. And Coach, the thing that I've been trying to figure out that I want your advice on, since the numbers are pretty much the same between Cam and Mac Jones, Mac has got more plays, so, you know, the counting stats are a little bit higher. But there's one real difference. Cam didn't get sacked at all. Mac Jones got sacked 5 times. Yesterday, after a penalty, Mac Jones couldn't get the play, and it was a delay of game. The announcers were like, geez, after a penalty, you can't. There's no reason for a delay of game. Do you think that Belichick is looking at those types of plays and saying, you know what, Mac has a higher ceiling, but there's still some rookie mistakes that we think we can eliminate just by watching and starting Cam?
Yeah, there's real value to being able to sit back and watch for a while. And I've talked a lot on the show about how much progress Tom Brady made his rookie season. And we all think of Tom as this finished product, but he was far from a finished product. And he talked about his rookie season when he was interviewed, the value of being on the sidelines and being able to go through situations, the value